We're going to do something with the wheel today. For some reason, it uh, won't move full rotation, so I don't know whether it's not set up into full overdrive or whether it's stuck, or I've been wasting a lot of money. I mean, I could have just bought 8 new spokes and been done with it, and been riding the bike still, but I've been wanting to update to one of these newer bikes, or with the newer drive system, to get a little more range. So let me reset up on the wheel and we'll show you what I'm up against. Well, from the last video, I'm on the right side of the microphone this time, I had it in overdrive. I had it lined up with where the dropouts were going to be, and I went to move it like this, and that's as far as I got. So no matter how I move it, that's all the range I have. So and I had some marks on the other side here that I put in to show where the alignment was, but it's on the other side now. So they say you put this on and get it down in there. So you don't, there we go. You don't want to mess up these little teeth on the inside. And they say to spin it doesn't want to do anything. They were saying for the get into full overdrive, you spin it back around, but I must be locked. So that was another thing they said to do. Which I went out and had to get some expensive soft-jawed pliers, and they said to grab the lower ring here and spin it. I don't feel like I'm... Okay, now I'm getting more range. Well, I've had success to where it's still kind of catchy right about in there, but it goes all the way around. So now I need to check the ratios of this to that. So I got the nut back on and tightened down. I've got full motion now, so I think I'm going to have to put this thing on and get the chain going and just spin it up and down. It has a hesitation right about in there. I haven't checked to see what the markings are underneath. I did it, I marked it again before I started doing this, between the two gears, the upper one and the lower one. But now it seems to be acting up. I don't know how long this thing's been sitting in a box without that vicious fluid. Oh, come on. I'm just going to have to spin it up and down, take it for a ride. They say it takes couple hundred miles, 100 to 200 miles to break this thing in. So this thing really hasn't been spinning much. So, okay, let's stick it back on the bike. For S&Gs, I've been playing with this. Let's go back to where I'm centered. I got the, you see this here? Yeah. And I've got a piece of tape that I'm using to match up with the valve stem. So I've got it set on underdrive, And so we got one full revolution, and it's over there. 2 full revolutions, and it's over there. So it's 2 to 1 and a quarter or whatever. Get this recalcitrant gear set up here over. Okay. Let's go back here. And we'll line up. And, okay. It's a higher gear. I got 1 here. I'm still over there. So 1 to 2. 2 times for 1 of this in the overdrive. So I'm assuming I need to look at the thing again. I don't think I need to take this off and set it into full overdrive. When I tried it, I couldn't get, I'd spin the wheel and this on without any of the nuts or anything, and then spin it and try to turn it. It was always jammed up in there. So I think I've got it right. Maybe put it back on the bike and get back to the chain, and I'll spin this a while and wear it in. Got the wheel back in. I've got these guys jammed in here, and I'm going to snap that little guy in and then pull this one up. My hand in the way? Yeah, mostly. And then that goes in. A little bit back and then up. Snap. Okay. There we go. Okay. I got 4 range of motion, and up here in this position, I got a flat line. Well, I got a flat, till I fix the line. It's broken right now, but I know it's a flat line. And so it's getting a little smoother. I don't know about, I'm going to have to wear it in there a little bit because it's not going to come back to 0 on its own like it's supposed to. So let me get the derailleur back. I went ahead and reused the old derailleur here. I just put in I had an old shifter cable I stuck in here, ran this all the way in, brought it in, tightened it up, and then I could use this to adjust for the chain line. So now we're cooking with gas. Oh, I can feel the difference. It's a lot harder pedaling on the flat line. And really easy. Oh yeah, really easy up here. So, and you can feel the change in the pedal as I change the gear. I'm more interested in underdrive. That's why I've got this big overdrive, low speed. I'm more interested in low speed than the high speed. I hardly ever go fast. So I'm more interested in these middle gears. It's getting a lot easier to turn now too. Oh, the things now I'm doing, I don't know if you can see it, and I'll take that out of the way. I'm taking some electrical tape and putting a wrap around it, so when I bring up the shrink tube, it'll cover it up, and it'll also have a little more strength in there. So we'll keep on doing this, and that'll be done with the shifting. And geez, I guess I can finish the brakes and put the seat back on and take it for a ride. Well, it's time to shrink wrap. Well, I've got it off the jaw horse, and let me swing over here. That is probably one of the best tools I've ever bought, and worked great for a bicycle repair station. But we're getting back to putting it together. I've got the brakes adjusted and cables. I leaving them a little long because I'd like to get rid of this Dior XT uses this little fiddle thing, and it's really a bitch to get it centered up. So I'm going to get one of those, I think probably a Diacombi. It's a little, it's like on my old bike. It kind of centers them, and the cable can swing back and forth. But back up here, I've got all my handlebars in. I got the grips, hopefully at the right angle. I can always adjust them. But over here we've got the little guy. As you see, as I move it, it's broken right down here on the end. I think it came that way, so I'm going to heat up my glue gun and put a little dab will do you there. So we'll come back, probably not necessarily while I'm doing it, because I might use words the children won't like, but we'll come back after I do it. I've got it to where it's attached itself. I don't know how long that will last. And then I've got to slide this guy back in. Oops. It only goes in one way. I had it one time where I put it in the other way, and these two grooves here don't match up. Sorry about that. And then the little thing snaps back in. So it ain't perfect, but then neither am I. It's broken from the factory. So I'm going to go out and ride this thing now, and come back and give you some update. Well, I got all of the gear back on, and I took it out for a ride, and it's interesting with that shiftless, constant velocity, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go right now. It came with a 17, and I've got plenty of top end, but I don't want top end. I want low end, so I think maybe I'm going to change that out and get a 19. Give me a little more low end. That's what I was wanting this whole thing for, so I was also wanting it to have some low gear so I could use my homemade panniers here to carry some bigger loads, like maybe bring some scrap firewood home, along my path. A little bit every day adds up to a big pile, but you can't do that. So I guess the big question is, was it worth it? I got the hub online through Amazon. It was out of Wheel and Spoke out of Minneapolis. They had some old Da Vinci leftovers, and that was like $153 with tax and shipping. Well, free shipping, but with tax. And then another $307. Now I bought some tools, so we're looking at maybe another $400. So I'm into this thing for $500 now, and that's getting along the lines of getting close to part of a payment on a new bike. I'd like a Priority 600 if the damn things came in something besides black. I like that pinion. I may go with a Tout Terrain, but trying to find a dealer. The dealer in Seattle doesn't want to deal with them anymore, or doesn't want to deal with them. He wants to sell Musho expensive Reese Mueller electric bikes. So probably a bigger profit margin for him. But I still think the pinion might be a better way to go than if you're not going to go full electric, to get that 600% gear ratio change. And but then I'm still back with a chain, so who knows. But I hope you found this informative. I've seen a lot of things on YouTube, and from the company Indiolo. I mean, they didn't go into anything on the finding, put it into Overdrive. Just here, do this, and that's it. They don't tell you, well, this is what you want to look for. it was like they tried to do the video as fast as they could. And then the other one where I had to take my soft jaws, that was another $28 for that set of pliers, so I didn't ruin the splines on the shifting mechanism. And then you watch me battle the back and forth on that to finally where I can get it to where it would go around. In fact, this morning I came out before I got the other bike for my morning ride. I was still on the jaw horse, and so I was spinning it, and it was still locking up in that mid-range, so there's something in there that needs to work loose, so I'm going to have to go out and ride it and change it over. So, but we'll see how everything comes across. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. I think it's only another $25 for a 19 rear sprocket from Universal Cycles out of Beaverton. So I think this will go maximum 20. I think if you get any more than that, you start over torquing the hub. But yeah, I needed the help on hills. So, well, I hope you found that useful. So see you later. Big Wheels Turning out.